What's up, guys? Brian back to do a Walking Dead Season 7 death prediction. Talk about some spoilers, potential spoilers of the show, comic book spoilers for where they're at, what they may do, what they might not. These are just potential spoilers. We don't have any inside information about stuff, but we'll just talk about it a little bit. But basically, we got 20 Season 7 Walking Dead regulars. Does that mean anything? Not really. They're just promoted to be on the show more often, maybe a pay raise, I don't know. But basically 20 people is the most they've ever had on there, so I would think some people are going to die. Here's the Season 6 cast photo. Some of these people, I believe, will die. Maybe a part of the show, not part of the show. But some people need to go because they got to make room for other people. They keep adding people all the time, and this is The Walking Dead, so people are going to die. So last season, we had the introduction of a lot of new characters in the Hilltop and the people here in Alexandria, and people went away and people died. But there wasn't really that many deaths. There was actually, they got stronger and people survived. But these are my death predictions of Season 7. I think Glenn and Abraham will die at the Lucille victims based on the early spoilers and rumors. I think Tobin, Spencer, and Eric will probably die based on comic book stuff or based on that. And Stephen Ogg, Gregory, Heath, and Carol might also be there. Again, these are just thoughts. These are what's going around for the Lucille victims. They think it's Glenn and Abraham. They're not sure of the order, who gets hit, who interferes. Does it interfere? Do they just kill both victims? So that's that. So they're going to go, of course. Spencer in the comics dies by Negan in some point of there, and that might be the latter half of Season 7. Or the order's kind of all over on the show because it's kind of mixed up from the comics for a couple of different reasons. But I think Stephen Ogg will probably die in the second half of Season 7 because he's kind of linked with Carl. And hopefully they're giving more stuff for Carl with Chandler Riggs becoming a better actor, older, more of the parts with the storyline with Negan. And we really hope that they do play that part there too. And they're linked. They had a factor here to show each other that he takes the gun from him, hits him in the head, and talks to him a little bit about things. But, I think maybe Negan might have took the gun. But either way, they're connected. So I think Carl's going to probably get revenge on Stephen Ogg's character. And Stephen Ogg doesn't have a name. It's a savior. It says The Savior, which we got to get him a name. That's pretty crappy. But this is from the comics. Carl slaughters some saviors in there. So Carl turns into a badass a little bit there. Heath, I think, could die because of the fact that he's in the new reboot of 24 on Fox, and he's basically one of the big actors of that show, so he can't really do too much on the show. So either they write him out of it, and he's always going on runs or minimal effort, or going to be dead because he can't really do both on there too. So he can go either way, and again, these may happen, they may not. These are just potential things, what I think may happen. Carol, I don't know if she's going to survive the first part of Season 7, definitely. The Kingdom, she's going to be safe going forward, but I could see her dying in the later part of Season 7. Hopefully she doesn't. I love Carol. Melissa McBride, got a chance to meet her a couple times, but her story and her growth as a character is amazing. So I don't want her to die, but I could just see her being that way too, because I just can't really think of other people that could die on the show, and you're just thinking you rule in, rule out the 20 regulars, and Carol's not doing so well overall, and I just don't know what's left for her storyline. She doesn't want to kill anymore. She wants to save. Maybe the Kingdom rebuilds her and she flourishes there. Hopefully it happens, but because in the comics she dies by suicide, and she's a totally different character on the show versus the comics, so she would be gone at this point too, just like Abraham was gone and a couple other characters were gone. That's why I think the comics will still play a factor of the borderline source material. So there's the predictions again. Glenn and Abraham are the victims. Tobin, Spencer, and Eric probably die at Alexandria or in the fights or something. Stephen Ogg, Gregory, Heath, and Carol. So Gregory eventually, I think, is going to die because in the comics, there's him hanging from the tree. So that's Maggie becomes the ruler of the Hilltop. Maggie defends herself. She becomes a leader. She takes over there. Gregory dies because of he tries to poison Maggie, and he doesn't get away with it, and Maggie doesn't stand for that crap, and she takes over there too. The big point, will she have the baby or not? I don't know. I don't really know too much information about that yet. Hopefully they make the decisions about it, but look at all the cast here. I know so far there's been Heath, Olivia, Aaron, Eric, Carol, Tara, Rosita, Father Gabriel, Eugene, all in the picture, all accounted for filming. The big thing is Ezekiel and Shiva. Now, Ezekiel's only been rumored to film one episode so far, so there's not been too much with that, so you can't really progress that much going forward. That I think Rick and them haven't even met yet, so it's Carol and Morgan for the filming. For All Out War, they got to meet them, and in the comics, Jesus takes Rick over to meet Ezekiel, but it's different in the show because is that still going to happen? That would be the latter part of season 7, and they're going to need a big group in All Out War, March to War, then All Out War from the comics going forward. Look at all the people there. They're going to have extras, they're going to have Kingdom people, they're going to have Kingdom Riders against the Saviors, so there's going to be a lot of people, so they can keep them around for that too. All Out War would probably be at the end of season 7 into season 8, or just season 8 for that, because that's a big epic season, I think, and I can't wait for that. So like, share, subscribe, post your comments below, guys. What do you think? Are we wrong? Are we right? Thanks, guys, and thank you.